Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of A Cup of Joe. And I am your host, Joe. And today I wanted to talk about friends. This last weekend was my birthday on the 13th. Turned 39, so that's an interesting. Usually going by fast. One more year and I'm going to be 40. So here I am on YouTube. Imagine that. So, anyways, what I really wanted to talk about today was friends. With it having been so far the year's been kind of crap. I lost a very close friend of mine, not to death. She's still around, just due to my own insecurities and everything else. And that friendship meant a lot to me. However, that being said, I put too much into that friendship and really wanted something more out of it than I could have. I wanted something more out of it than I should have. And I think that ultimately is my feeling. So, well, it is. It's nobody else's fault. So, but one thing over this weekend, though, what it has taught me is don't take friendships for granted. The friends that stick around through the thick and thin, those are your true friends. I got a lovely present from my friend Matthew, my friend Jake, and my friend Emily. Something more than I could have ever dreamed possible. Hopefully everybody will be able to see that soon. But the Cup of Joe name, it was from my friend Matt, and Jake's been putting together some intro and outro music, and so I was like, hey, you like drawing, so why don't you go ahead and do a title card or something? And they put their heads together, came up with something more than I could have ever have hoped or ever have wanted. And it made me realize, how close, these people have become to me, and how dear, and I've had some really great times with them. And how I have taken those friendships for granted, and I plan not to do that anymore. So, and then it just got better on Sunday, and went over to my son's mother's house, Vanessa, and we hung out with her husband Eric and the kids and my son, and she made baklava for the first time, and it was amazing. It was more than what I could have hoped for, and and they showered me with good stuff, some good gifts for home improvement and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be able to get those out and about shortly. So while I was really hoping to hear from my friend, I never did. But at the same time, it's something I have to get over, right? So, but here's the thing. What I really want to say is, when I was driving over to to Vanessa's house yesterday, I was just kind of like, I wanted to call a friend, and my Bluetooth picked up, it said called Joe, and I was like, who's Joe? And somebody answered, and I was like, why am I calling myself? Actually ended up being a friend of mine, actually pretty close friend, from back in the day when I used to work at Cracker Barrel, and it all just came rushing back, like everything that's happened over the past few years. He's working on his PhD in physics, and it's amazing. I always look to him as like a little brother. But some of the conversations we've had, at work and everything else, is an amazing kid. And having reconnected that, just out of the blue was pretty cool. And hearing that he's thriving and really striving for what he wants and what he's going for, and just out of the blue, and another friendship that, for all intents and purposes, I had completely forgotten. So, um, so that was a pleasant surprise. I'm not one for coincidences, but I do think that people come into your lives. People come and leave your lives at certain points, for reasons. So yeah, I don't know. It was a really cool conversation, and really, you know, one of the few people I really truly enjoyed working with there. So, but yeah, that was pretty cool. So, I think really just what I want to say is this: don't take your friendships for granted. Everybody who's in your life, if you haven't spoken to a friend in a while, reach out to them, say hi, let them know you're still there, or vice versa. you know for all you know, someone may be struggling. That's why they have fallen out of contact with you. Reach out, say, hey, how are you doing? um because you never know what kind of impact you can make on somebody's life, on somebody's day. And I know over this weekend, especially with it being my birthday and everything else, and with everything that's happened so far this year, having those relationships that I've had, um it's really meant a lot to me. So So yeah. So yeah, reach out to a friend. Reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Um, Say, hey, how you doing? And maybe if it was a friendship that has fallen apart because of various things or whatever, time heals wounds. Reach out. Maybe it's time to forgive. Maybe it's time to forget. I can speak from a personal point of view in forgiveness. When my son was born, his mother and I were at a really bad place, and it just ended up not working out. And for the next couple of years, it was really rough. But there came a point where I realized that I can either hold on to that hate. No, hate's not the word. I think anger. I never hated her, so the anger, the hurt. I can hold on to all that. Um, or I can let it go and forgive. And that's what I did. It wasn't easy. It was a long process. But at the end of the day, I'm she's one of my best friends. Like, through everything that we've been through the thick and thin, and Eric as well. I love them both. Like, they are my family. And if you would have asked us, he's going to be 16 this year. Um, well, I mean, let's just say 12 years ago, we would be where we're at now. Yeah, you got your mind, but here we are. And a lot of people don't understand our relationship. A lot of people don't understand our friendship and how we can be where we're at because of everything that's happened. And that's the point, right? Like, that is forgiveness. Like, if we can break those social norms, then let's do it. If you can break those social norms, then let's do it. Life is too short to hold on to grudges. Life is too short to hold on to anger. Life is too short to hold on to hurt. The hurt is there, but the only way that you can heal those wounds is to forgive. You don't have to necessarily forget, but if you do forgive, it's not, you can't just keep bringing things up over and over and over again. If you forgive, you essentially need to forget about it. You can learn from what happened, and not allow it to happen again, or vice versa. But um but you need to let it go. And who knows? Maybe you can find a friendship there that you never thought that you could. So, the other friend that I have too is my roommate Chris. Which is the thing is this is I've known him probably the longest out of anybody. So, and that friendship isn't one that is going anywhere. Well, I mean, as far as he's been there for me when I've really needed him, and that's really what matters. So, not to downplay that, I just a lot of times we live together, so it's different when it comes to having a roommate, and he's also one of my best friends, and he's helped me realize a lot over the last 6 months about myself and my relationships with other people, and always see eye to eye. But you know what? That's also what a friend does. So, I thank all my friends. I love you all. Without you, I don't know where I'd be. You've all helped me out at one point or another in my life, and you've picked me up when I've been down on these journeys, and there's nothing more than I can ever ask or ever want. So, yeah, I encourage all of you to reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while, that you haven't heard from, and maybe make those reconnections again. And hopefully, who knows? Something new will start from that. And that's ultimately all that we can hope for. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and draw this to a close here. Sorry for the lack of content over the weekend. Just been kind of not motivated. I don't know. Just kind of been tired and somewhat depressed, but it is what it is. I mean, despite everything that's happened, there's still just other things, it's kind of like, well, I wish things were this way or whatever, but I'm getting better. So, plan to carry out my goals starting tomorrow, getting up, going to bed early this tonight, and time change sucks, by the way. Losing an hour, but plan getting up early in the morning, going for a walk. Like I said, 5 days. Kind of probably tomorrow think about my walk, about what I want to talk about tomorrow. But that being said, I plan on doing some recording today and getting some things in the queue and ready to go for the week. So to those that have subscribed over the weekend, thank you. If you like my content, that somebody may be struggling or somebody, whatever, we're all in this together. This is all unscripted for me. I don't have a script. A lot of times I just think of what I'm going to talk about right then and there. So that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, here we are. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on A Cup of Joe. So, that being said, may all your stories be glad ones, and your roads be smooth and short. Until tomorrow, friends. Bye.